じて。
Alright, welcome to another episode of my nighttime series. Today is going to be focused on mainly one character, and it's not really for good reason. So, today is all about Baron Zemo, who is the newest release in MCOC, and I am just very concerned for this character overall. So, the topics for today, pretty much is all about Zemo. Maybe I'll talk about some other things near the end, but the focus of today is primarily just my concern with Baron Zemo. So I'm going to talk about him, talk about some things that I've noticed after the first day of playing him, and yeah, let's get started. So, I didn't really expect him to come out today, but it does make sense because he comes out on the 26th and Absorbing Man comes out on the 19th. There's like a 1 week period, so it does make sense that he does come out on the Tuesday, like prior to his like release week. So it does make sense that he came out today. I was just still like a bit caught off guard, but I still had the resources ready to take him to rank 5, and I was excited, man. I spent the $50. I was considering spending the $100 just because I really like this character and he looks like a ton of fun, but I was like, you know what, I'll play it cautiously. I'll just spend the $50 and just use the 5-star, leave it at that. So I spent the $50, took him to rank 5, and I used a generic gem on him just because, it's a 5-star gem. It's not too important. And it was go time, man. It was time to play the character. And so I went to the usual damage test, right? I went to just Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, just got a good feel for the character there. And the fight time was already a big concern because it was about a 2-minute fight time for a 565 Baron Zemo with full synergies. I did some redos, like I redid like the fight a couple times. The best time I got was about like in the 140, 145 range, which isn't really that bad. 145 for a 565 5-star with recoil masteries and their proper synergy team, it's okay. It's pretty decent. Absorbing Man is like about a 115, I would say. So it's a pretty massive difference in damage output. But of course, you can't just like base your damage output off of a Realm of Legends test, right? There's like other scenarios where it can either be like enhanced or like be greatly decreased. So, but like the overall, like the initial damage test in Realm of Legends was just a bit disappointing to me. So that was the first cause of concern. I was like, didn't really expect that damage to be like, I didn't expect it to be that disappointing, but who knows? Maybe I'm playing him wrong. Maybe I'm just like missing out on some things. Let's take him out for an Act 6 spin, just like test him out in short health pools. And that was a big mistake because this guy is not good in short health pools at all. Yeah. I do not think this guy will be good in Battlegrounds in the slightest because he just takes so long to get like ready. Because his rotation, you want to go for an SP2, and then you want to do like a 9-hit combo, and then you want to SP1, and then from there on out, you can either just repeat that or go for an SP3 to finish the fight. That's like 6 bars of power right there. That is pretty expensive, like rotation-wise. So yeah, it's a bit difficult to like say this guy is good in short fights because his rotation is very like long. It takes a very long time to get into overall. So yeah, that was another like little piece of concern, but I was like, okay, now it's time. Maybe he's not the best short fight damage dealer. Let's just look at his utility now. And this is when things just started to crumble because this guy has next to like no utility outside of his very, very insane cheese with cleanse. So here's how it works. He has 5 cleanse charges that he gets at the start of the fight, right? Once they go away, he gets an armor up buff for 20 seconds. While that armor up buff is active, he cannot gain cleanse passives. Once the armor up buff expires, he gains the cleanse passives back. So you can't reliably cleanse with this guy because once the cleanse go away, there's a 20-second window where you can like get inflicted with debuffs. That's not very good at all. Like, people complain about Falcon's 8-second lock-on cooldown. This guy has a 20-second cooldown for his debuffs. So, it's not really good. However, if he gets armor broken, then the cleanse passives go back up. So, if you can armor break this guy, this dude is going to be quite nuts. Like, he will have a very potent cleanse that's going to be active for a very long time if you can armor break him. But that's just so situational to like, it's hard to justify saying this guy is a very good general character when he requires such a strong niche to be like powerful, in my opinion. So that was a big like cause of concern there. he really wants to be armor broken. He really wants to have a lot of debuffs being inflicted on him. But it's weird because he wants a lot of debuffs on him, but he can only take like 5 at a time, and then you have to wait like 20 seconds. So it's just, this kit feels very incomplete and very flawed to me. Like, my video today for Baron Zemo was about his like really big cheese with armor break, because like I said, if his armor buff is removed prematurely, he gets the cleanse passives back immediately afterwards. So yeah, very situational character, I feel like. And outside of that, his utility, it just takes like so long to get into, man. Like, his SP1, Inflicted Disorient, right? It's of 10% potency. That is like terrible. That is just like absolutely terrible, because you have to inflict like 10 of them to actually have like something worth of value. So it's really annoying, man. It's just really annoying. Additionally, he does counter miss with his root, but like I said, you have to get to your SP2 like in a regular matchup to root. So that's a very long time before you can start countering things. Additionally, he inflicts Decelerate on his root as well, and it stacks up to 2 times. But then again, you have to wait until your SP2 to be able to like root them. So you have to wait even longer to get your utility, man. You have to wait until like an SP2, and not only that, it has to be 2 SP2s to get the full potency of your Decelerate. So it's just so frustrating, man. And this is why I will never stop praising characters like Falcon. Falcon, you dash back in the beginning of the fight, hold block for like 1.5 seconds, you have your lock on, you have your utility ready, and the fight is barely starting. That is what I like. That is powerful. That is what I think makes a good champion. Not that you have to just go to your SP2 not only once, but twice to get the maximum potential of your utility. That is not good. That is why I think Baron Zemo is a massive letdown, and I will stand by that. I think he is a major letdown. I feel like he does have pretty good use with his cleanse, but that is the only thing they can use like practically, because everything else just takes way too long to get to, and it is just super frustrating, man, because I really wanted to like this character. I tried my best to make him like look good, but I just do not see it with this guy. I do not see this guy being used like anywhere at all, except for like his cleanse cheese. I will stand by that his cleanse cheese is fantastic. There are some fights where he's the absolute best option for, and that is good. That is good in this like stage of the game. That is what you want for a character. You want a character to be the best at something, and Baron Zemo is the best at like fights that have multiple debuffs and that can like remove his armor up early. So that's great. That's very good. But outside of that, it is just a nothing burger of sadness that this character is. So yeah, maybe I got a bit too heated there, but I'm just a bit let down, man. I'm just so let down because in general fights, this guy is just very, very underwhelming, I feel like. So yeah, that really hurt to say, man, because I really like this character. He's so cool. His like outfit is insane. His drip, crazy, dude, crazy. His like helmet, everything about him is just so insane. But I'm just a bit disappointed overall, I feel like. But I'm still going to try to post about him. I'm still going to try to do a full showcase of him. I'm going to try to make him work. I'm going to try my hardest to make sure that this character can at least have a chance. Like, this is my very initial review of him, but I'm going to do a full review later on, like, throughout the month. And I just really hope that my mind has changed. I really hope that I can change my mind, and I hope that I can just, like, find some very good things about him. I found one good thing about him so far, and it's that armor break cleanse, right? But besides that, it's not looking very good for Baron Zemo for me. Man, that was a lot to go through, and I got genuinely heated there for a second. Like, oh my gosh. I don't know, man. I really don't know what to do. I want to love this character so much, because he does remind me of Kraven a little bit, right? And Kraven is my favorite character in the game. But there's a lot of problems with this guy. There are a lot of things that Kraven does, but better with this guy. Kraven's damage output is a ton better than this guy. Kraven's access to utility is like much easier than this guy. But I'm going to save that for another video. I'm not going to go too deep in the Kraven versus Baron Zemo thing, because that's a whole nother topic. But let me know your thoughts on Baron Zemo. For me, you could tell by how heated I got that this guy is a bit problematic for me. And that's about it for me.